All right, welcome back, everyone. We are doing a blush, bronzer, and highlighter declutter. And I probably do not have a ton compared to others. And maybe this is a shit ton compared to what you have. I don't know how much I'm really going to get rid of, but let's just start and see what happens. Let's start with highlighters. So I have not a ton of highlighters. I don't know about you guys, but I have not really been using them as much anymore. I'm starting to use them a little bit, but mostly no. So I have to be brutal here. This one is really hard because this is the Kat Von D, and maybe this is something I put in my kit. So this is the Kat Von D eyeshadow in Thunderstruck. I don't really believe that this is, this is not a highlighter, but it's just very golden, which is not really what I like. But I think this might be good for my kit. So I'm going to keep it, but transfer it to another space so that it can be used and loved. It's very soft. It's very soft. Okay, this is one of my favorites, and I think I might... This is the sucky part about Wet n Wild, though. This is Wet n Wild in Blossom Glow. You know, just such crappy packaging for such lovely products. Now, this is a very, very blinding highlight. And I just don't wear it. So I think I do need to get rid of it because if I do wear a highlight, it's just a little bit more subtle, or it's maybe like a highlightery blush. So I think I'm going to get rid of this. And I do think it still exists. So God forbid I want it still. We will just purchase another one. These I'm going to keep. These are kind of similar to these two. One's a little bit more golden. One's a little bit more pinky toned. I just really love the packaging. This is Kaleidos. Is this Kaleidos? Yes, Kaleidos. This is Star Surfer. And this is the more pinky one. So let's swatch it next to the Wet n Wild. Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to keep one, I'm going to keep the one with better packaging. Just gorgeous. Rarely used, but definitely better of the two. Then the other is Ray Ryder. Just the coolest packaging, names, everything. This one's a little bit more golden. So this is the Kaleidos. This is the Wet n Wild. This is Kat Von D. This is Kaleidos. Way more of a sparkle, which I do love. Rarely going to use these, but definitely keeping both of these. This is it's just so old, I probably should get rid of it, but this is MAC Strobe Cream. I mean, it is pretty spectacular and good for on the body, but like, I just rarely do that. Should I keep it? No, I'm gonna get rid of it. I gotta be ruthless. Okay, then we have this one. We're definitely keeping this. This is the RMS. This is just a cream wet look. A little bit of a color, but not really. More of a sheer glow wet look. So definitely keeping that. Because that also can be used. I mean, all of this can be used on the body, but... All right, and then I think I'm going to keep this just because it's so cool looking. But we'll have to put it up against... yeah, because that could be a fun shadow as well. I do like the more fun colored highlighters. As you'll see, I do have a palette for that. All right, so let's keep this for now. So we'll keep 4. We're going to get rid of 2, and then this is a maybe for the kit. All right, we are actually going to tackle some bronzer next. So my aunt sent me this. I'm never going to get rid of this. I love this for summer especially because the bronzer is a little bit more neutral on its own. It's not super duper warm, which I kind of hate for my skin tone. It's warm, but it's got almost kind of like a yellowy green. I don't know. I don't mind it. And then when you swatch it all together, I mean, it would definitely be hard to just do the orange or the pink in there. you get kind of a corally warm. This is just really fun for summer. Very easy to just put all over the face, so definitely keeping that. I don't have a ton of bronzers, as you can see. My NYX Butter Bronzer, this is number 2. This is the second one. Number 2, all butted up. Guys, I'm blind, so like I either take my glasses off or pull this away from me. This is a way more neutral rosy, and I absolutely love it. I do want to purchase this one again, and also the lighter one as we go into winter. But do you see how different of a tone this is? Like, this is even super warm compared to this. This is way, way better for my skin tone. So definitely keeping this. Then we have 3 cult classics. Hoola, Benefit Hoola. And this isn't super duper warm either. Has almost a green tone. I really want to get the trio of bronzers from Benefit for my kit. Actually, I'm going to put this in my kit for now because I've actually run out of bronzers. Like, I broke my bronzer palette for my kit and it really wasn't that good either. Anyway, so I'm just going to put this in my kit for now because that's a good neutral color. Then we have NARS Laguna. These are sample sizes, but just, it's a good to remember what these actually look like. Oh, my finger was a little bit wet there. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna, now this would be for a lighter skin tone. This is, I know that sounds silly, but this is not as pigmented. So I'm gonna put these in my kit for now, I think. And then this is amazing for contouring. And maybe this should, well, this is actually an eyeshadow by NYX in Taupe. This makes an amazeballs contour for my skin tone, for a more neutral to pink skin tone. I definitely don't have super pink skin tone, but I'm not yellow. So this is not a bronzer, but this is definitely for contour. Sorry, I had like a little wet spot on my finger, so that's not, but you can see I don't really, like, this is the warmest thing I have, other than, actually, let's go ahead and swatch this. So I was gonna do the palettes later, but this is the Natasha Denona bronzer palette, and I think this is way too warm for me. So I think I'm gonna get rid of it just because everything is just too warm. It's beautiful, it's just too warm. Oh, I don't know, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I just keep them all? Maybe I'm not ready to get rid of this, but look at, I just think this should go in my kit actually. Because look at how beautiful this is. I mean, it's gorgeous, it's just not for me. Look at how gold that is. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put these in my kit. I'm gonna put these in my kit. And then I have 1 cream bronzer, so I'm gonna keep these 3 bronzers, and then I'm gonna keep this. This is an amazing, I'm sorry, but I love the e.l.f. putty formula. You'll see I have a few putty blushes, but this tone is really, really nice. Oh, let's see, okay. And the putty formula stays really well on me, and it's a good neutral to warm. It's a really great base to work off of. So yeah, so we'll keep this cream, this bronzer, this contour, and then this warm bronzer, and then these 2 cult classics, and then the Natasha Denona bronze palette will go into the kit. All right, we are going to do cream blushes next. Now, if you just recently watched my red blush video that I just did, a lot of these are going to look familiar, so we'll swatch those first. This is the Maracuja Juicy Cream Blush by Tarte in Apple. I'm always going to be, not always, but I'm going to keep all these to start because I just bought most of these and I am on a red blush kick. It's just really, really beautiful. Then we have the, don't know how to say that. This is a Korean skincare, Korean makeup brand. Way more of a red orange, orangey red. A lot thicker, more of a stain even. We have the Saint. This one is in Pop, I believe. I keep the Scarlet one in my purse. These are really small, but kind of cute and convenient. This one is pretty sheer. I'm not going to talk too much about these just because I just did a video on these. So if you have not, go back and watch that one for more detail. And then Blood Flower by Ritual Defee. Ooh, man, this is just one of the coolest. I really like this formula quite a bit. Like, could see myself getting more colors of this. Those are my reds. So keeping all of those. Then, oop, nope, I lied. One more. The new Chanel. Definitely more of an orange. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, so definitely keeping those. I have a mauve one of these that I'm going to be keeping. I think I threw it in my kit for a wedding I just did. This is very orange and too orange for me, but it's good for layering because these cloud paints last forever and last forever on my skin actually, and make for a great base because they literally dry down to nothing and are fun to use on the rest of the face, the body, like literal paints. So they definitely sheer out. Hi, Chihuahua. They definitely sheer out. Like this would be enough for both cheeks and lips. So they're very pigmented, but they do sheer out. And this is just a beautiful true orange, which you can see, this might be an orangey color, but it's really red compared to this. This is a true orange. Then we have, this one I'm probably going to get rid of, even though it is quite beautiful. Maybe I'll put it in my kit. LA Colors Blush Up. This is more of a coral orange. Peachy. Really pretty. Stays okay, blends well, really great for the price, but I'm probably going to get rid of this just because I rarely reach for it and I want to keep things that I reach for. This I might actually get rid of as well. Let me know if you're someone like in my family or friend group that wants this because I've only used it I think twice. It is stunning, but I just don't like the really gold flip on it. I really wanted, when I bought it, I thought I bought the non-shimmery version, and this color is Soft Tulip, but this is Soft Tulip Glow. So this is the one with the shimmer in it, and I should have just returned it and got the basic one. So this one will be going away as well. Then I have the Milani. This is one of the most beautiful neutrals in Nude Kiss. Milani Cheek Kiss. Now this is not as good for layering for me. It's very moisturizing. So if you have drier skin, you might like this. It's just a gorgeous neutral color. Beautiful on a skin tint with nothing else. And then I have this, I'm definitely keeping that. This one is great for layering. So this formula is like a putty blush, kind of like the NYX putty blushes and putty bronzers. This is Heat Index Glow Play Blush. And this stays so well. This is one of my favorite colors to wear on my cheeks. And this is just a bright coral. But it has a blurring effect and it dries down a little bit better. You can just see the moisture and the non-moisture here. All right, now we have 3 putty blushes from e.l.f. We have, this is, I hate the packaging on these because you cannot see crap. I'll put the names up. This is a dark ruddy brown. Really love this. Great for fall and winter. Again, and this could be a bronzer for me, even like a bronzer blush, a blonzer. It looks a little patchy because I have some wetness when I just washed my hand off, but you can see the color there. Keeping that. Then we have a corally peach one, which could take the place of this, getting rid of this, because this is a little too liquidy for me. I definitely like the more dry formula there. And it does look so patchy, but it's really not. It definitely works really well on the cheeks. But that's way more orange than other things that I have, so I definitely want to keep that. Even though you're going to see I'm going to get rid of some more orangey blushes that are the powder formula. It is harder for me to wear more orange because even though it looks great with my eyes, it does not look good with my skin tone. And this is a deep berry. Love. And actually, I love to like mix these two together for fall. Looks really, 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 really nice. Really beautiful. So keeping all of these, I'll put the names up for these three. They're just really hard to see. I think this one's Caribbean. Yeah, this one's Caribbean. I can't read the brown one. Yep, sorry. All right, keeping these. Getting rid of 2 creams and then keeping the rest of the creams. All right, we're gonna do palettes very quickly. I really love Natasha Denona face palettes. Her formula just stays really, really well. I'm not getting rid of any of these. I love these so much. They come with creams, a shimmery business, all shimmery though. Like she doesn't do matte. So this one is, I believe, In Bloom. Nope, that's a lie. Love Glow. The In Bloom is literally staring me in the face right here. I actually like this. This is one of my favorite creams. Very similar to the more red one she came out recently. I was like, I basically have that, so. These are just stunning. And when you layer them, they look really, 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 really beautiful. And they stay beautifully as well. Like the staying power is really, really nice. Say really, really one more time. Really, really. This one used to be my favorite and I still love it very much. But this has such a gold flip that I realized that I'm not a super fan of. But that pink is just so, it's like a cool pink and a gold, which is really interesting. But when you layer it, I mean, I just can't get rid. The creams are just so good. I don't know that she makes these really big ones anymore, but just know that these are fabulous. Let me see if I can pull. I have like a couple of these purpley, pinky ones. See if I can get that a little bit more. Yeah. See how gold that is? So this came with 2 creams, I don't know, just it was a bigger face palette. It looks horrific and I'm so sorry. Definitely keeping all of these. And then this is a highlighter palette by Odin's Eye. I don't really love most of them because again, gold. This one is the one I love. That is just stunning. So I'm going to keep it for that. I guess I could depot, but there's really no point. I mean, I could also put this in my kit as well and take out the purple one. Keep these in my kit because I really need some new highlighters as well. So maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, I think I'm going to depot this and keep this and then put the rest in my kit. All right, and finally we have our powder blushes. Now, I'm going to swatch a lot of these. If you saw my blush haul, probably a third of these are from my blush haul. They are new to me, newly purchased in the last year. I am going to swatch them, but I'm not going to talk too much about them. If you want more detail, you can go back and watch that video. This is the newest because I love this other one so much. It's not my favorite color. It's not what I expected. And actually, this is perfect. I was looking for kind of something more like this, like a rosy brown. And it looks like it could be close. So this is one of the new Fenties. This is in Baking Cakes. This is an amazing formula. I love it very, very much. Now, I ordered this sight unseen. It is a gorgeous neutral, but on me, that's going to look really, really warm. I am going to keep it because it's new and the formula is stunning and stays really well on my oily skin. This is, these 2 colors that I'm going to swatch right now are so beautiful. I would love to get rid of these and get something different, but I haven't found anything. This is Befitting. They've just become patchy. Sorry, this is Befitting by, get it together. Essence, Lord Jesus. Okay, so this is the Essence one. This one has a little bit more pink to it, but this one can be kind of patchy. And like it doesn't look patchy there though, does it? I don't know what to do. These are maybes because the packaging sucks. The product is very good, but it started to become patchy. So we'll put that on the maybe pile. Let me swatch the other one. This one is in Bespoke, because these really started off to be like one of my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one for now because I think that this new Fenty one can take the place of that. So we'll get rid of that. We'll keep this for now. Keeping this Fenty. This is the other Fenty. This is Water Brat. This is a shimmer formula. Absolutely stunning. Probably one of my favorite blushes I've ever owned at this point. Sticking with some pinks, we have the NYX in My Butter Half. I really love these as well. These are not as soft and silky, but they're very pigmented and they do stay quite well on my skin. And they have a really beautiful, almost satin finish, even though they're supposed to be matte. This one is really beautiful also. This is Kaleidos, and this is in, I don't know, the bright pink one. This has a little bit more warmth to it than the NYX one. More of a baby warm pink, definitely even drier. But all of these, like, they're kind of, like this one is so dry you kind of have to dig in. But as you can tell, like I've dug in and I've worn it. It lasts really well on my skin. Not super expensive, though it's not drugstore. And yeah, just lasts really well on my skin. So I'm gonna keep that one. I have another NYX Butter. This is Had Butter. One of the most orangey blushes I have, so don't want to get rid of that. Do you see the shimmer? Or it's not a shimmer, it's like a sheen. So these say that they're matte, but like that is matte. This has a sheen, that is a shimmer blush. This is the Maiden's Blush, RMS Beauty. One of my favorite colors. I just have to figure out which brush works best for this because it's such a stunning color. There's like a little bit of rosiness to that. This one I'm gonna get rid of just because it's dang near the end and it's old and it's there's something about it that, this is Luminoso. I think it's too shimmery of an orange. Like there's somehow I can make this work, but this looks weird. So we're gonna let this go. This is one of my newer ones. This is REM in Sun Pop. I absolutely love this formula so much. Very blurring, very blurring. More of a neon with a tiny bit of pink more than that. This is an oldie but a goodie. Definitely keeping this. So maybe I can keep this instead of this. Let's compare these. So this is the Essence. God, the color is just so beautiful. It's like a neutral, but it's got so much rose in it that it doesn't look warm on my skin. This is Milani Romantic Rose. So this ends up being a better Milani blush than Luminoso for me, though I can't ever figure out how to open it up. Here we go. Very dry, very matte. Yeah, yep, this one's gonna go. This one's gonna go. Those are very similar colors, and this I like better. All right, this is the One Size in Something Cheeks. And I thought this was gonna be more rosy, but it's got a little bit of warmth and it ends up looking kind of corally pink on me, which is fine. Like you can tell I don't have a ton of that color. It's a beautiful color. Cheek Clapper, you know me, Cheek Clapper. All right, this is another one I'm gonna get rid of finally. This used to be one of my favorites. Wish, Kat Von D, like the original Kat Von D. Very orange though. And yeah, getting rid of that, it's gotta go. It's old, it's torn up. Yeah, bye. Okay, this one I think is a little too cool tone for me. This used to be my mommy's. because everything turned yellow on her and she wanted something really pink. So this actually turned pink on her, and this looks more purple on me. Pansy Pop. So if you want this one, let me know. Like if you have a more yellow skin tone that turns everything the wrong color, like this is a really beautiful color, but I do want to get rid of it. So I'll put this in the donate, not trash. And then this one is another one that stays really, really well, but kind of an old school. This is Exposed by Tarte. Again, very dry, very matte, but I need to keep these because they're go-to neutrals and they really last on me. Yeah, we're gonna keep that one even though it's still a little old. This is one of my favorite blushes of all time, and it probably doesn't exist anymore, so I've refrained from using it recently. This is Odin's Eye, Ripe Papaya. God, it just stays so well. It's hard to find blushes that stay on me, which is why I've been doing a lot of blush hauls. It's just a beautiful, true orangey coral. Not a pinky coral, orange coral. So keeping that. I'm going to get rid of this LA Colors. There's nothing wrong with this. Well, but see, it's just a little... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't need it. I don't need it! Okay, last two we have are these. These are Flower Beauty, and I love these. If you want Natasha Denona, like shimmery blush, but you don't want to pay the money, these are just really, really, really good. Really good. Very shimmery though. Like these are true shimmer blushes. I mean, look at these. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay. So, we're not getting rid of a ton. Oh, wait. This is MAC. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this too. Warm Soul. Take me back to the olden days. Yep. Bye-bye. It's just too warm. It's just too warm. So, these suck because the packaging is horrible. It's just cheapy packaging, which, you know, it's kind of the worst. But the product is really, really good. So this is what we're getting rid of here. A couple of powders, a couple of things might go in the kit, some creams that just don't work for me. These are the powders that I'm keeping. Powders, palettes, creams, bronzers, highlighters. Not too bad, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.